Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jen and this is my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you are returning, welcome as well. So I had planned on doing a kind of follow me around video today. I know it's not going to be something that's very interesting or very exciting, but a few people have asked me to do a kind of like follow me around so you guys can get a picture of what I do in the daytimes or do in my life when I'm not sitting here talking to you guys, because a lot of people are under the impression that I just sit in my apartment, which is not the case. So like I said, I was going to do that, but I woke up this morning and I was not feeling well. I started out feeling pretty good, and then that quickly went downhill, and I was physically not feeling well, emotionally not feeling well, so I decided to scrap that plan. So maybe tomorrow I will do that. But for now, I decided to make a responding to your comments video. I have not responded to comments in a while. I have read them myself and responded to a few, but I haven't read them, made a video reading them in a while. And I kind of like doing that. And I'm doing a nighttime vlog. I hope the lighting is okay. I have both of my ring lights on and my kitchen light, so hopefully it's pretty good for you. First, I want to show you what I got in the mail today. I got something that I bought. I bought another cup from Miss Amy from Amy's Life Journey, and this one just spoke to me. This one is a 20 ounce, I believe she said. But first of all, I love the glitter. That was the first part. But the second part, I love the saying on it, and it says, she believed she could, but she was really tired, so she didn't. And look at those sparkles. Isn't that amazing? So that is my new cup. This one will be now dedicated strictly to iced coffee, and my other one will be strictly dedicated to iced water. So now I have one for each, and I don't have to mix them as I have been doing that I said I wasn't going to do. She also sent me, as a surprise, a keychain, and I can't wait to put it on my keys. This is so cute. I cannot wait to get more. Of course, I don't know what I'm going to do with more because I only have so many keys, but I do want more, and I will find, I'll probably gift some of them. I'll buy some of them to give as gifts, especially when Christmas time comes. But this one is a butterfly, pardon the icky nails, but isn't that pretty? And it's sparkly. So I'm going to be putting that on my keychain. Thank you so much, Amy. I loved it, and she also wrote me a sweet note, so thank you so much. Love my little presents and my purchase. Thank you. I will leave Amy's link in the description below if you want to pop over and buy yourself a tumbler or anything personalized that she can make for you. Definitely do so. Alright, let's get started with the video. Guys, I'm not even able to think. What time is it? It's 8 p.m. and I can't think. I did have a pretty good day. Like I said, it started out pretty bad because I didn't feel well, but it got better and I do feel better. I did sit out in the sun some more and I got a little bit more color. Hopefully by the time summer gets here, I will have some color rather than ghost white. So that's what I'm working on. So let's read the comments, shall we? So these comments are mostly from my grocery haul video, as well as my talking about my depression and getting help for my depression, as well as a few other ones that are scattered in, but I will let you know if there's a different one and what video that was from. Alright, the first comment is from the obese people in scooter riding, the Walmart scooter riding video, and it is from the Mindless Tuber. And the Mindless Tuber says, I am currently in Sweden, and here there are not even scooters at the supermarkets. You must walk. This is a part of the American problem. The U.S. enables obese people. I am overweight myself, don't get me wrong, but as a society that provides these devices also enables. I do agree to some point that it is an enabling thing. Because you know that there is a way to get around, so you don't worry as much about what are you going to do. So I do agree with the comment, but in the other sense, once you are that weight and once you are not able to walk, obesity isn't always the reason why people use the scooters. There is complications of the obesity that makes you, I guess that's the same thing now that I say it out loud, but there are other circumstances when you are obese that you use a scooter, not just because you're fat. It's kind of a catch-22, I think, but I definitely agree with you that it is an enabling thing. It can be. So yeah, I do agree with you on that. JHamp244 commented on my Getting Help for Depression video, and JHamp244 says, I think you need daily sessions. Probably, I would agree with you that daily sessions would probably benefit me. Sadly enough, my insurance will not pay for daily sessions, so I went 3 times a couple weeks ago. I went twice last week, and I will be going twice this week. So that is all that my insurance will pay for. All right, the next comment is from Otto Thahastis. I think that's how you say the name. Not sure, you know, my Gen speak. But the comment was on my April 1st, my Big Mac mukbang April Fool's video. And they said, after watching, I think I finally understand what's going on. Leaving for a few days and talking about a relationship, in quotes, was really just a build-up for this April Fool's joke. Now I know none of it is real. Absolutely not. The build-up, talking about leaving for a few days was definitely not a build-up for anything for the April Fools. I definitely felt I needed a few days away. I thought the couple days that I took off was enough. Evidently it wasn't, because I came back, did a couple videos, or I think maybe I did 1 or 2 videos, and then I was gone for a week. So I definitely did not mean that when I made that first video about needing time away, that was not a build-up for anything. That was me being honest, because I was struggling in my relationship. I was struggling with depression that had nothing to do with my relationship. I'm sure it contributed to it, but I have dealt with depression my entire life before this relationship, and so it was something that I needed to do. And then when I came back, it was just so happens it was around April Fool's Day. It was on April Fool's Day. I felt like I could come back that week, so I figured since I was coming back, I would just do an April Fool's on April Fool's Day. The two had nothing to do with each other at all. So that's that comment. Chelsea Wright commented. Chelsea is a wonderful YouTuber too. If you haven't watched her channel, she's on a weight loss journey as well. And she liked my comment about me and my bullshit shades. I don't know where my bullshit shades are. I don't know where I left them. I thought I left them out here. I will have to go hunting for them. I hope I didn't lose them. I don't know. I'll have to find them. But yes, my bullshit shades, love those, because when I get irritated at somebody, or when I'm around someone that I have a hard time being around, the way I was taught growing up is, if you don't like someone, you just don't say anything, and you're always polite to everyone, even if you don't like them. You're not rude to them, even if you don't like them. So, and I know I do not always adhere to that, because there are sometimes I have been rude to little trolls and mean people on the internet. So I do know that I don't always follow what I was taught, but I try to in my real life, especially around the building where I have to live around people. If it's someone I don't like, or if it's someone that irritates me, I try to just smile and be polite, so that way my shades make it easier for me to put them on, and I can either roll my eyes or look away or whatever, and they don't know what I'm thinking. So love my shades. I'll have to find them. I forget where I left them. The next comment is from the Lilac Ghost, and she says, Jen, I don't comment much, but I just have to say that you are kicking butt. Ignore the critical comments and continue to listen to your doctor, and you'll continue to do great. Bitches that nitpick on things like guilty pleasures can go kick rocks. I love you and find you inspiring. Thank you so much. That is so sweet of you to say. There are times I feel like I am kicking butt. Considering where I was 8 years ago, I have come a very long way. I know a lot of people don't see that, and I know I could have done so much better. This is something, actually it was a week ago today that my cousin came up and we had this huge heart-to-heart talk, and she kind of brought me back into reality of how things are, and I'm being too hard on myself. Yes, I've messed up. Yes, I could have done better. But considering where I came from, I've come a very long way, and I'm very proud of myself. If others, I don't need everybody to be proud of me. That's not what I'm saying. But I thank you, the ones who are proud of me and who do support me. But I'm proud of myself, and I do see my own accomplishments. So that's all that's, not all, but that is what is important to me, is I can recognize my own accomplishments. And I am so very grateful to my cousin for helping ground me again and helping me see things the way they are and reach out for help that I need and know that I'm on the right path and I'm doing the right thing. Because as I talked about earlier, sometimes when we have YouTube channels and we say we're on a weight loss journey, people think that we need to boom, 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 slap out the weight or drop the weight very quickly, or it needs to be gone in a certain amount of time. But that's just not the reality of how life works. It's a journey, it's a process, especially when I have been obese my entire life. I have struggled with eating disorders my entire life. I've used food to cope with certain circumstances my entire life. It's not something that's going to be fixed overnight. As I said in the last video I made, weight loss is only a small part of fixing what is wrong with me. I have no problem admitting I'm a hot mess. I have a lot to fix in my life. So the weight loss will happen as it happens. I'm also working on my emotional and mental health. And to me, yes, weight loss is extremely important to be healthy, to be able to have surgery that I need. But so is my mental health, because if I don't have my mental health, my physical health doesn't mean much. So it all goes hand in hand, and I do see my accomplishments, and I appreciate the Lilac Ghost. I appreciate you seeing my accomplishments as well, and thank you for being so supportive. I appreciate it. Tiffany Zoe commented and says, nice haul. This was on my grocery haul. Girl, just an observation. Didn't you buy the value size of coffee creamer not even a month ago? I love me some creamer, but you go through it really fast. LOL. And then Drew M also commented, Tiffany Zoe, and this kind of stuff is the worst, loaded with sugar and other crap. But so many people love it. I used to get a French vanilla one from that brand until I did the whole 360. Then I really read the label and realized nothing in it was good for me. No judgment here. I know how yummy it is. So definitely I do go through a lot of coffee creamer, a lot, because the one thing that I do drink, and I guess I would give it up if I completely have to. If it came down to it, if it came down to not being able to lose weight while drinking it, I would definitely give it up. But I have been successful at losing weight while drinking it. I used to drink the full sugar kind, but I did switch to the sugar-free, which I understand is not that much better because it still has calories. And as you know, I'm doing, well, maybe you don't know, I was doing the Obesity Code. I plan to get back to that when I'm feeling better. And that is frowned upon on the Obesity Code as well, because they want you to do no artificial sweeteners. So it was something that I was still doing. That was one thing that I was not following with the Obesity Code. But it is one thing, it's a small thing. Well, I guess it's not so small because I do use a lot of it. But it is one thing that I don't want to give up. And I was successful with losing a lot of weight without giving it up. So if the time ever comes that it is something that inhibits me from losing weight, I will definitely give it up. But for right now, I enjoy drinking it a lot. And it's, like I said, I switched from the full sugar kind. So I know that it's not great for you still, but it's better than the full sugar, I feel. I mean, I'm sure other people will disagree with that, but I feel that. All right, the next comment is from Sports and Wit, and Sports and Wit says, people pick everything YouTubers do apart. Plastic bags, salty snacks. You don't leave home enough. You've had bad spirits on your tapestries, etc., etc., etc. This is why Amberlynn has gained 300 pounds, eating from the stress of YouTube. Okay, so recently I've been trying to avoid talking about any other YouTuber. I have in the past talked about Amberlynn as well as some other YouTubers. It's not something that I do on a regular basis. Some people like to give you other YouTubers flack when they talk about other YouTubers, but the way I see it, they feel that they can comment whatever they want on whatever video they want, but because we are fat girls too, we should not comment on other fat people on YouTube. And I don't see that that is the case, or that should be. I'm definitely not going to make a habit of commenting on them for no reason. But because this is a comment, I will respond to this comment. I half agree with his comment, and then I half don't agree with the comment. Yes, people pick at everything when you are on YouTube. When you put your life out there, people are going to have all kinds of opinions on what you should do. Every video I put out, there are YouTube doctors, lawyers, psychiatrists, life coaches, spiritual advisors. Everybody thinks that they're a professional and they know what's best for you. And I usually don't get upset at that because I've been in that position. I've left comments telling people what I think they should do with their lives. And then when I look back on it, I think, well, why did I say that? Because I'm no expert. It's their life, and they have to live their life how they see fit. But it's just the way it is. And as a YouTuber, as somebody who shares their life on the internet, I open myself up for criticism. So that part I don't get upset about. Though I will say, since I haven't been feeling well, it's been very difficult for me because I find myself getting irritated at comments very easily, and that is because of my depression and about my anxiety. And usually when that is under control, it doesn't bother me at all, but I've noticed it's something that does bother me when I am depressed. So that's why I have been kind of taking a break from YouTube, which rolls into the next part of the comment is about Amberlynn Reid, and the reason why she's gained so much weight is because of YouTube. I have my own personal views on Amberlynn Reid. I am 100% supportive of her losing weight. I hope that she is very successful in losing weight. I understand what it's like to be almost 600 pounds. I know what it's like to be over 600 pounds. So I understand the struggle she's going through. I'm going to keep my own personal opinions on her to myself because that's not what this comment is about. But I will say, excuse me, I don't feel that YouTube has made her gain weight. It's not the stress from YouTube that makes people gain weight. There comes a time in your life, and I just had this conversation with someone else in my life that had absolutely nothing to do with an eating disorder or food. There comes a time in your life when you do have to take responsibility for your own actions. And I spent many, many years blaming everybody and everything else for my weight gain. There's a big difference between reasons why things happen and blaming other things. There's a very fine line between the two. I probably still use the excuse of so many bad things have happened in my life, and I use food because it's the way I cope. That's not an excuse. It's just a fact of that is what I learned to do. It's a learned behavior. There's no excuse for binging. There's no excuse for overeating. There's no excuse for gaining weight. It's because I used the wrong coping mechanisms. I never sought treatment soon enough. I didn't do what I was told to do by doctors to help me lose weight, to treat what was wrong with me. So it comes down to it's my own fault. YouTube absolutely has nothing to do with anyone gaining weight. YouTube is a website. If something stresses you out that much that is on the internet, you simply just click off of it and you just stop. I don't buy that it's made Amberlynn gain 300 pounds. I don't know how much she's gained. I'm just going on this comment. I have not watched her for that long, so I don't know how much she's gained. I feel the reason why she's gained weight is because she has an eating disorder, because she has some emotional issues she's never taken care of, which is why I've gained so much weight. Like I said, I could be totally wrong. I don't know her personally. She has her own reasons, but I do not buy into the theory of YouTube making her gain weight or anybody gain weight. As I said, it's a website. If you don't like what you're seeing, if it's causing you that much stress, you disengage from it and you walk away from it. And I know that's easier said than done, but that is the truth. There comes a time when you have to take responsibility for your own actions and understand that your choices get you to where you are. Even if they're bad choices, they're still your choices. So that's what I feel about that subject. So we can move on from there. Let's see what's next. The next comment is from Fursona. I hope I said your name right. And Fursona says, pizza with a meat crust. My husband just perked up and has no idea why, LOL. He's a diabetic and on restricted carbs. Yes, I cannot wait to try that recipe. I have not tried it yet, but when I do, I will share it with you guys. It's a Hungry Girl recipe, and I can't remember the exact name of it, but if you Google Hungry Girl turkey, ground turkey pizza crust recipe, I'm sure it will pop up. It was just recent, like within the last couple of weeks, the recipe was, and I printed it off, and I cannot wait to try it. Maybe this weekend I will try it. We'll see how it goes, but definitely pretty soon I want to try it. Let's see. And I can't pass up whenever Carol Roseberg, she leaves me the best comments, and she's so sweet. She says, hey girl, how are you doing today? You look beautiful today. Thank you, Carol. I'm doing good today. Today's a better day. This afternoon and this evening has been better than this morning. This morning started out pretty rocky, but I'm doing better this evening. So hopefully that will continue. Hopefully tomorrow is a better day as well. I'm going to tentatively do the follow me around video to show you guys kind of what I do in a day and how life goes for me. Let's see what's next. The next comment is from BB, and BB says, you always buy a lot of cheese. I remember you used to be dairy-free. But speaking of cheese, have you ever tried feta cheese on your salads? It's delicious. Yes, I have tried feta. And if I'm not mistaken, isn't feta cheese made of goat cheese? Isn't that kind of like the same thing? I don't know, I could be wrong. But I have definitely tried feta. I do like feta. I don't think I've met a cheese that I don't like. Of course, I haven't tried a lot of the fancier cheeses, but I don't think I've met a cheese that I don't like. I do buy a lot of cheese, and I did used to be dairy-free. And I will tell you honestly that I did feel better and I felt healthier. I don't know if I was technically healthier, but I felt healthier when I was not eating dairy. Too much information, but since I've started eating dairy again, I have a lot of mucus in my lungs. That had completely cleared up. I was dairy-free for probably 95% dairy-free for about 3 years, 2 or 3 years, and that mucusy stuff in my lungs, when you cough, it had completely went away. And then when I started eating lots of dairy again, it's come back. So, and it's another thing that I find it very hard to cut out of my food, my diet, that because I love dairy that much, especially cheese that much. So I definitely would like to work on becoming dairy-free again. Not right this moment, but in the future, I can see myself being dairy-free again. The next comment is from Brooke, and Brooke says, I live in Florida and I buy some of my produce from Aldi's, and the lowest I've gotten avocados for is 49 cents per avocado. Crazy low. I've never seen avocados around here at 49 cents. They might have been, but I don't remember seeing it that low. The 69 cents that I paid for these past avocados was the lowest, and I did see in the news a couple weeks ago that there's supposed to be an avocado shortage. Hopefully that doesn't happen because I love my avocados. And here's a fun fact. I had never tried an avocado until I moved here 8 years ago and started doing my own shopping. Pre 8 years ago, I was not an adventurous eater. I ate very poorly, and I just ate normal junky foods, and avocados was not something I had ever tried before, so I was not sure that I would even like them, but I love avocados. Sandra Brown asks, do you have any favorite TV shows to watch? We watch American Idol and Dr. Pol. Our cat likes to watch Dr. Pol because of the animals. Keeps his attention for a few minutes. I was just curious if you have any favorites. Enjoy your videos. I live in California, so we have avocados a lot. They're so good. I definitely agree with you. I've mentioned this in a couple of my other videos, but I know I have a lot of new subscribers. I don't even own a TV. That's probably a big shock to some people, and it's not because of financial reasons. It's not that I can't afford a TV. It's just I choose not to have one. I had one and I gave it away because I hadn't turned it on in over 2 years. I watch stuff on my laptop, on my tablet, or my phone. I get Hulu for free through from my cell phone provider. And I do have a subscription to Netflix. So there are things that I do watch. On Hulu, there are a couple TV shows that I sometimes keep up with. American Idol, I've watched a few of the episodes this season. And one of the shows that I do keep up on a lot, I haven't watched them this season, but I do like, is The Good Doctor. And that is the one where he's an autistic doctor. I call him a boy, but he's an adult man. He just seems like a boy to me because I'm old. But he is amazingly smart and a very gifted doctor. I love that show, and it says a lot of good things for autistic people about how they can live fully functioning lives, and how you shouldn't judge people just because they have some kind of a disorder, because they are capable, smart, fun, amazing people. So I love that show very much. As far as Netflix goes, there's a few shows, like a Netflix originals that I like. One of the shows that is on Netflix, it's an actual show, Scandal, is my absolute favorite show. I know it's over now. I haven't watched the last season, but love this show, Scandal. I hate that it ended. American Horror Story is one of my favorite shows, and I have watched all the episodes of it that's on Netflix. Some of the Netflix originals that I like is Orange is the New Black, of course, and with an E. I'm drawing a blank now. There's so many, but I can't think of them now. Those are just a few of the shows that I do watch. And other than that, I watch a lot of YouTube. So imagine that, right? Nadia Sees asks, do you have a Peapod food delivery there? No, we do not. I have heard of it, but we do not have it here. Someone had asked about Instacart. We just recently got Instacart, but I have noticed that the Instacart prices are higher than in the store prices. Like, if you pay $1 for something in the grocery store, it's usually $1.50 to $1.75 on Instacart. Plus, they pay for a delivery fee. The local store that I've been shopping at, their prices are the same as in-store prices. You do pay a delivery fee of $9.99, but they do not jack up the prices of their products. I was using a private grocery delivery service, but they are no longer doing grocery delivery. That's why I changed from Walmart to the local grocery store. Colleen F. 30 says, I reuse my plastic bags as garbage bags as well. We also have bag recycling here for the overflow ones. I use mine for garbage as well. It saves me quite a bit of money not buying these small bathroom bags. I also use them for cat litter or just daily garbage that I take out if I have leftover food that I don't want to sit in my kitchen overnight. So I definitely do reuse my plastic bags. Keto Tams asks, I'm just curious, do you also watch your sodium? Some of the things have a lot of sodium for a small amount. I do not watch my sodium. I know that I probably should, but when I was counting calories and doing carbs, I get overwhelmed very easily, and trying to keep track of everything that I'm eating is very, very overwhelming for me. So sodium is something I don't really watch. I don't use a lot of extra table salt. I did change from regular salt to the pink Himalayan salt because people have suggested it, as well as I know it's healthier for you. But I try in general not to use a lot of added salt to things because I know that there is quite a bit of salt in the things that I do eat. That's why when I was doing the Obesity Code, I was trying to stay as natural things, fresh things as I could, so I wouldn't have the added sodium, because I know sodium can make you hold on to a lot of water weight to a lot of fluid, and it's just not good for you. But it's not something that I keep a very close eye on. There is a lot of talk about paper and plastic bags. It's become a very hot topic on my channel. I know that there are people that on both sides of the spectrum that believe both that you shouldn't use them and should use them. I reuse them, so I don't worry a lot about them. As far as paper bags, I wouldn't have a very big use for paper bags to reuse wise. And if I don't have the plastic bags, I would have to be buying bathroom bags or small bags at the store. So I think it kind of evens out that I just reuse the plastic bags. So that's what I'll probably keep on doing. Let's see. We'll do 3 more and then that will be it for tonight. There's so much talk about the paper and plastic bags. I'm not going to answer any more about this because I think I've talked enough about paper and plastic. Here's a comment from Nicole Sargent, and Nicole asks, when aren't you in a bad mood? I'm actually not that often in a bad mood. I don't know how someone assumes that I'm in a bad mood when you only see a few minutes of a video that I put out. I have gotten quite a bit of flack about being snarky in comments. I don't consider being snarky in a bad mood. And people saying that I'm fake because I talk sweet in my videos and then I have snarky comments, replies to comments. Everybody has different moods and different personalities and different voice tones. That doesn't make you fake. I don't know anybody who has a one personality, one mood, and one voice tone. It just doesn't happen. And those people are just nitpickers, as we were talking about earlier. But I am not in a bad mood that often. Of course I get in a bad mood. I just don't show my bad moods because I don't find it anything that good. I want to try to put out the positivity as much as I can. As far as being snarky and being sarcastic and what people deem as rude in comments, I think it's funny because people think that they can leave you whatever kind of, not everybody, some people think that they can leave you whatever kind of comment and say whatever they wish because it's a free country and they have the right to comment whatever they want. But they think that you shouldn't be able to comment back. Just because you're a nice person, you shouldn't answer them the way they talk to you. That's just who I am. You get snarky with me, I will give it right back to you. Just because I'm nice and sweet does not mean I can't be sarcastic and snarky. I definitely can. And I'm sure you guys have seen me be snarky and sarcastic in the comments. That does not mean I'm not a nice person or a good person just because I am that way. I think most people know that, and I don't have to even say it, but there, I said it because it's just a fact. Alright, CL account commented and said, "Hey Jen, stop wasting your time with therapists and bullshit medications. There is no better way to let it all out and work on yourself than psychedelics. Try magic mushrooms. It made a world of difference for me in my depression. It gave me childlike wonder and joy for life back. Start taking 2 grams and work your way up. Don't be afraid, just go for the experience." And they also said, "Don't disregard my suggestion about mushrooms. It will work if you let it, trust me. And the millions it has helped, just give it a chance. You've got nothing to lose." I don't even know what to say to that comment. Absolutely will not be taking psychedelics or any other kinds of drugs. I don't think that, expanding on that comment, I don't think that therapy is the only answer to depression. I think it is one big part of the answer to depression, and so is medication. But I think that you have to do the footwork yourself as well in seeking the help and the guidance of therapists and the aid of clinical, medically approved medications. Definitely will not be taking psychedelic mushrooms anytime in the near future. Or anytime in the future at all. Let's not say near future, just never. Alright, the next comment is from Taco Cat, and Taco Cat says, "You can't be healthy at 300 pounds. It's just not possible." I'm going to make a video about this, about the comment I made about weighing 300 pounds and being happy with it. I'm probably sure that from a medical standpoint, being 300 pounds is not healthy. I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, if that is the lowest I can ever get, if that's the lowest I do get, if I'm mobile, if I'm enjoying life, if I'm 300 pounds forever, I'm okay with that. I know a lot of people totally disagree with that, and that's fine. But for me, I would be okay with that. And it all comes down to me and how I feel about myself. Being 300 pounds would allow me to have surgery, would allow me to be mobile, would allow me to be in a place where I can enjoy life more than when I was over 600 pounds. So that is the answer to that comment. Like I said, I will be making an entire video focusing on that issue at a later time. All right, we'll find one more comment and then we'll close it for this evening. I guess I will address this in this video because there's a couple comments about this. Trisha B and K Gaines 420, they were both similar comments. Trish said, "I'm happy to hear that you're getting the help you need. I was wondering why you unfriended me on Facebook. I always enjoyed seeing your posts." And Kay Gaines said the same thing. She unfriended me as well. And I did unfriend most everybody that I had added from YouTube on Facebook. And it is absolutely nothing personal. It is for the privacy of my family and my friends. I added a lot of people to Facebook that I don't know. And there are a lot of things going on that, a lot of people that I added that I shouldn't have added because, like I said, I don't know them. And it has absolutely nothing to do with anybody personally. It's just that being on Facebook, they have access to my friends and my family, and some of them don't want to make their lives public. Just because I share my life on social media doesn't mean that they're okay with being looked into and looked at and people following them as well. So I unfriended most everybody that I had added from Facebook, or from YouTube, I'm sorry. And if you want to follow me on Facebook, I do have a public Facebook page. It's Jen's Life by Jen, The Journey, I think it is. I haven't posted anything on there in a very long time. It's hard for me to keep up with all social medias. I would say a better option if you want to follow me on a social media is Instagram, because I do share a lot of things on Instagram. So if you're looking to follow me on something else aside from YouTube, Instagram is the best place to do that. The link for that, or my name, is in the description. My name on Instagram is life.by.jen. And you can follow me there. Like I said, I share a lot there. So please don't take it personally. Most everybody that I added were sweet, and I appreciated all the support, the comments that I was left. I just have to do this for my family and my friends, because I don't want to put them in a position that isn't good for them. So I hope you understand. Like I said, nothing personal. That's it. All right, thank you guys for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, I lost my train of thought. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below. Also, I will have another video coming soon. I can't say when, maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. Hopefully it will be a follow me around kind of a video, like you can see what I do in a day. But I will definitely be posting again soon. So I hope you guys have a good day, a good evening whenever I do post this, and I will talk to you again soon. Thanks everyone. Bye.